The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and the promise of nightfall, the time when shadows lengthen and our primal instincts stir. For millennia, tales whispered around flickering fires have painted a chilling picture of the werewolf, a creature forever caught between two worlds, human and beast. These stories, passed down through generations, tap into our deepest fears and a primal fascination with the unknown. Join me now as we journey into the shadowy depths of history, where we'll uncover real-world accounts that blur the lines between myth and reality, and ask ourselves, could there be truth behind the legend? Our journey begins in the rugged landscape of 18th century France. The year is 1764, and the province of Gévaudan lives in fear. A reign of terror has gripped the region, leaving a trail of mangled bodies in its wake. The culprit? A creature of unspeakable ferocity, known only as the Beast of Gévaudan. Witnesses described a monstrous wolf, larger than any seen before, with reddish fur, a powerful build, and an unbearable stench. Its attacks were swift and brutal, leaving behind a scene of unimaginable carnage. Over 3 long years, the beast terrorized the French countryside. Women and children were its primary targets, often attacked while tending flocks or returning home at dusk. Each new attack sent shockwaves of fear through the province, prompting widespread panic and desperate pleas for help. King Louis XV, determined to quell the growing hysteria, dispatched his finest hunters to Gévaudan. Armed with muskets and driven by the promise of a hefty reward, they scoured the dense forests and rolling hills, determined to bring down the beast. Yet the creature seemed to vanish into thin air after each attack, evading capture with almost supernatural cunning. As the body count climbed, so too did the speculation surrounding the beast's true nature. Was it a lone wolf, driven mad by hunger, or perhaps a pack working in sinister unison? Rumors spread like wildfire, fueled by fear and superstition. Some whispered of a demonic entity, while others pointed to a vengeful spirit wreaking havoc upon the land. One of the most chilling aspects of the Beast of Gévaudan case is the sheer brutality of the attacks. Many victims were partially devoured, their bodies left mangled and disfigured. The creature seemed to relish in the kill, a detail that sent shivers down the spines of even the most hardened hunters. Adding to the mystery, some survivors claimed the beast appeared to walk on 2 legs at times, its eyes glowing with malevolent intelligence. These accounts, though often dismissed as the ramblings of traumatized minds, further fueled the growing belief that something more than a mere animal stalked the Gévaudan countryside. Despite countless hunts and numerous supposed killings, the true identity of the Beast of Gévaudan remains a mystery to this day. Was it a monstrous wolf, a product of genetic anomaly, or perhaps a hybrid creature born from the unholy union of wolf and man? Or could there be some truth to the whispers of something more sinister, something that defied rational explanation? Our journey into the heart of werewolf lore takes us to 17th century Livonia, a land steeped in ancient folklore and shrouded in the mists of the Baltic Sea. It is here, amidst the dense forests and windswept plains, that we encounter the extraordinary tale of Thies of Kaltenbrunn, a man who claimed to be not a servant of the devil, but a warrior of God, battling evil forces in the guise of a werewolf. Thies's story, documented in court records from 1691, stands apart from the typical werewolf narrative. Unlike others accused of lycanthropy, who were often portrayed as victims of demonic influence or driven by bloodlust, Thies embraced his alleged transformations, viewing them as a divine calling. He claimed to be a hound of God, a werewolf who fought alongside other werewolves against witches and demons, protecting the village of Jürgensburg and its inhabitants from the forces of darkness. According to Thies, werewolf packs descended into hell 3 times a year, engaging in epic battles against the devil and his minions to ensure a bountiful harvest and ward off evil spirits. Thesis' claims, though outlandish, resonated with the deeply ingrained folklore of the region. In Livonian mythology, werewolves were not always viewed as malevolent creatures. They were often seen as protectors, guardians of the natural world, their powers a gift from ancient deities. Within this context, Thesis' claims, though fantastical, were not entirely outside the realm of belief. During his trial, Thesis spoke with an unwavering conviction, describing his werewolf transformations and the battles he fought with a vividness that captivated his audience. He claimed that werewolves were not inherently evil, but rather warriors engaged in a cosmic struggle between good and evil. He even argued that werewolves were God's chosen soldiers, defending humanity from the predations of witches and demons. The court, though initially skeptical, found itself both fascinated and disturbed by Thesis' testimony. He seemed to genuinely believe his own words, his conviction unwavering even under intense scrutiny. The judges, torn between established religious doctrine and the deeply rooted folklore of the region, struggled to reach a verdict. Ultimately, Thesis was found guilty not of witchcraft, but of making a pact with the devil, a charge he vehemently denied. He was sentenced to 10 lashes for his alleged association with demonic forces. However, the court, perhaps swayed by the depth of his belief and the lack of concrete evidence against him, decided against a harsher punishment. As we emerge from the shadowy depths of history into the light of the modern age, one might assume that tales of werewolves would be relegated to the realm of myth and legend. Yet, the enduring fascination with these creatures persists, finding new life in literature, film, and the darkest corners of the human psyche. While the days of witch hunts and werewolf trials are long gone, the belief in lycanthropy, the transformation of man into beast, has not entirely disappeared. In fact, it has found a new home in the annals of modern psychology, where it is classified as a rare but documented condition known as clinical lycanthropy. Clinical lycanthropy is a complex psychological condition characterized by a delusional belief that one is transforming into, or has transformed into, an animal. Individuals experiencing this condition may exhibit a range of symptoms, including howling, growling, scratching, biting, and even attempting to eat raw meat. While the werewolf is the most common animal associated with this condition, individuals have also reported transforming into other creatures, such as snakes, dogs, and birds. The causes of clinical lycanthropy are varied and not fully understood. Some experts believe it to be a manifestation of underlying mental health conditions, such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or severe depression. Others suggest that it may be triggered by trauma, substance abuse, or even neurological disorders. While clinical lycanthropy is a real and documented condition, it is important to note that it is extremely rare and should not be confused with the mythical concept of werewolves. There is no scientific evidence to support the existence of actual physical transformations from human to animal. Despite the lack of scientific evidence, the werewolf continues to captivate the human imagination. From classic novels like Dracula and The Hound of the Baskervilles to modern horror films like An American Werewolf in London and The Howling, werewolves remain a staple of popular culture, reflecting our deepest fears and fascinations. Perhaps the enduring appeal of the werewolf lies in its ability to tap into our primal instincts, our fascination with the boundary between man and beast. The werewolf embodies the duality of human nature, the struggle between our civilized selves and the raw, animalistic instincts that lie beneath the surface. Or perhaps The werewolf speaks to a deeper fear, a fear of the unknown, of the things that lurk in the shadows, both real and imagined. In a world where science and reason often struggle to explain the unexplainable, the werewolf remains a potent symbol of the mysteries that continue to haunt our collective unconscious. As we reach the end of our journey into the haunting world of werewolves, we find ourselves pondering the enduring power of these creatures and the tales that surround them. From the terror-stricken French countryside to the shadowed forests of Germany and the misty shores of Livonia, we have explored accounts that have sent shivers down spines for centuries. While the rational mind may seek to explain these stories as the product of superstition, fear, or mental illness, a part of us cannot help but wonder, could there be a grain of truth, however small, buried within these legends? Do these tales, passed down through generations, hold a mirror to our own primal fears? Or do they hint at a darker reality that we are only just beginning to understand? The answer, like the creatures themselves, remains shrouded in shadow, a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be fully solved, leaving us forever questioning the line between myth and reality.